This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
The views expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of WPSL. However, we're the ones who've encouraged you all along to like and share them on your favorite social media and with all your friends and neighbors, because it's time for the science of caring. Careology, presented by CareBag and hosted by the one and only Roxy Brown.
Good morning, everyone. This is Monday, back again. It felt like I was just here last week. It is so good to be back. Those of you who are listening, those of you who have followed us from Tuesday night now to Monday morning, we just want to hear everyone within the sound of my voice. Good morning. And it is great. It is now August the 19th, so officially August is done. When we get to the 10th to the 11th, it's done. The month is done. And I just want to say it's been great being here with you. 349. I want everyone to remember that number. 349. That is how many people we served on Sunday, August the 11th, with haircuts, with backpacks. We had 410 backpacks, and all of them went to a child. We went ahead and gave out 60 students school supplies. So we must congratulate. I'm patting myself on the back. If you can't see me, virtually I am patting myself on the back. It was a great event. What makes a great event? When children get haircuts, when they get supplies for back to school, when they get the items that they need. 349, and those are the ones that were there on the day. They got food, they got backpacks, they got face painting. Right, Candace? She was there, and it was a great day. And that's one of the things we do for giving back to our community. We do this every year. It's our back to school haircuts event, CUTZ, and it's something I look forward to because school was that Monday. And I was very surprised to see the amount of kids that were there needing haircuts, needing school supplies. We had some families that just came in for school supplies and backpacks, and school was Monday. Families are in crisis. Families are in need. And it did my heart good to know that we were able to come in, we were able to do what we do and do it well. And we were able to do it because of the community. We do not take this for granted. We have so many business partners, so many individuals, so many donors that just stepped up to the plate. I got boxes, I got bags, I got cases delivered to us, and they were all for the kids, and everything went. So I can't name everyone, but if you go on our social media, we have a beautiful video with every last logo of every business that did something for us. And we just want to tell everyone that participated, that can hear within the sound of my voice, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm still getting texts, I'm getting calls from moms and dads and even teachers. Just thank you. It makes a difference. You know, for us adults, it's like going to your first interview. You look your best. You want to make that first impression because you only have that. They say 7 seconds. I put it down to 3. You got those 3 seconds for someone to look at you and make an assessment of what they think of you. Imagine a child going to school, to the principal, to the teacher, to their friends. That first look, that first glance. Yes, this child is prepared for school. They're coming to school to learn. And our community, we did it. And we are very grateful to everyone that participated. I'm not calling out. I'll only call one name because they're here in the studio with me. So I got to give them their props. We have Caldwell Banker, and they have been supporting CareBag for a couple of months now, and they came with this nice couple boxes and bags of school supplies, and it did my heart good. So we want to say thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
So they look like they're going to be shy, but this is a radio show, so we're going to have to talk today. But I'm just going to do some housekeeping before I go ahead and I talk to my beautiful friends. Our 3rd annual Jeepers Creepers is coming up, and I've been talking about it for a couple weeks. So I'm just going to put it out there because my Bible says I have not because I ask not. I need some sponsors, people. I need some sponsors to get this on board. This is a free event for our kids. The city has come on board. This is benefiting CareBag. We're going to have our shower units, our mobile hygiene pantry. You know, right now we have our 3rd mobile hygiene pantry in Palm Beach. I know we're the Treasure Coast, but Vita Nova takes children that have been aged out of foster care, and they have a day center. And I'll be down there tomorrow again. And when I go down there and I see young people living in tents, living in cars, living behind the building because they've aged out of foster care, they have nowhere to go in this great country of America, that breaks my heart. And I have taken my shower unit and I have put it down there permanently. And I need funds to make sure my insurance is kept up, my propane, they have new underwear, they have new socks, they have new everything. These are our kids. And these kids are coming from a lot of counties, especially the Treasure Coast, because we have nowhere for them to go. So Vita Nova Incorporated is a day center where they can come out of the elements of the hot weather, rainy weather. They can get their phone charged. They can use the bathroom. They have AC. They have wraparound services to see how we can help them to make their situation better. And from 2.5 or 3 weeks ago, now they can have a shower every day, Monday to Friday. And I am very, very proud of that. This shower unit I had an event, and within 3 days I got the unit. And I put it at Vita Nova because our young people, how will they go to school? How will they look a job? How will they be able to do anything? So this event is going to be showcased, not a fundraiser, it's to showcase what CareBag does. And we have children's services that are helping us do a glow tent. We are going to everyone can come in their Halloween gear if they want to, but we are saying no mask. This is a children event, and children are scared of masks, so we will ask you to take it off. We do have security at this event. It's a VIP showcase. We're gonna have a car show, best costume, music. We have a nice blues band that's right here local that's gonna be showcasing for us. We have games, we have vendors, live DJ, food trucks, drinks. Jeep, Broncos, cars, antique, show. Any car that you have that you think you'd like to show off, go ahead and go to our website. We have the city of Port St. Lucie has gone on board. Treasure Coast Lexus, Design a Sign. Hearts Unfold is what is doing our production. Groza Builders, who is always just a staple force for CareBag. And All Roads Truck and Repair, they're the ones that went ahead, and this was their event, and they went ahead and they grandfathered it out from them to CareBag. So for the next 3 years, we have this event. And if you're interested, go to our website, givecarebag.com, or you can text or call me at 772-222-7399. Please do not call now because I am in charge of the phone number this week. So if you call, I cannot answer you. They do that. They'll call right away when they hear. But we're looking for sponsors. You can go ahead and come on board. This is a free event. WPBF Channel 25 will be covering this. So we want to get as many people out there. When it's free, families come out, kids come out, the aunties come out, everyone comes out. So if you are a small business and you want to showcase your business, it is from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. because these cars are going to have lights. They're going to be glowing. They're going to be doing everything. The police department, the fire department's out there. We have a lot of people interested, and we want to get you interested. So if you're a local business and you would like to participate, please do. We have 2 months for this event to go ahead and kick off, and this is the right time. It's fun for the entire family. This is our first time we're doing this, and it is under new management. So if you came before or you participated for, I'm just gonna let you know it's gonna be better because I'm involved. Just straight up. I'm not even gonna lie about that. It's gonna be better because anything I do with excellence, and I expect it to go good. So please, if you'd like to participate on any level as a sponsor, as a vendor, to have your car or your antique car, your truck, your Bronco. If you have a three-wheeler car, you bring it in. And somebody was saying three-wheeler car. Yes, they used to make three-wheeler cars. So whatever you have and you'd like to showcase it, it is not expensive. We just doing that. Say that again.
Don't forget the antiques.
Oh yeah, the antique show. Yeah, we have a lot of antique cars here in South Florida, and if you'd like to bring them in, and we'd love to see them. The Mets Stadium at Clover Park, it's beautiful, and they have decided they're coming on board also. So we're very, very happy to have them, and just supporting CareBag. For those of you who are driving and listening and saying, "What is CareBag?" CareBag is a nonprofit here on the Treasure Coast. We do only one thing: we provide access to proper hygiene. And you're saying, well, how do you do that? We do that through our 3 mobile shower units and our mobile hygiene pantry, which is the first of its kind in the state of Florida. I'm going to give a big shout out to my friend, Congressman Brian Mass. Brian has able to give us our permit that we can go anywhere throughout the state. And actually, we can go to other states. So I want to thank him. You know what? We have a lot of people. We know, Roxy doesn't do politics at all. But we have certain people in certain positions that have rallied around CareBag, and we're very grateful. And I think when they do, you pay homage to them. And he has done this with no ulterior motive, and I just want to say thank you to him and his staff. They're always working hard. If I give them a call, they're always willing to go ahead and help. So we just want to say thank you. So that allows us, if there is a hurricane anywhere or anything, and CareBag is needed, and we get the call, we go. So that's a little bit about CareBag. So I wanted to just go ahead and cover some housekeeping. There are a lot of people that are calling. So I'm going to let you know now, if you want to go and learn about CareBag, what and where we are, the only thing you need to do is go to our website and go to where we have our hygiene. You go to our menu, and on our menu, you're going to go ahead and click access to hygiene. And when you do that, you will see our pantry schedule. You will go ahead and see our mobile shower unit schedule, and you can go and you can get a shower when you have to in Vera or Fort Pierce, and you're able to see the places we are. We have more places that we will be going to coming in November in the Fort Pierce area, twice a month. So please stay tuned for that. We're community based, and the community is what drives our mission. So to give access to proper hygiene, we're happy to do that. And we go where the families go. So we go to food kitchens and we go to soup kitchens. That's very important. If you're going for a hot meal because you can't afford to put food on your table, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to spend that money on toothpaste or soap, feminine products, or baby, because you need that money to go to work. These are hardworking people that are in desperate need, and it is a pleasure that we can go to them. I call it we're like the wheels at the feet of Jesus. So, that is CareBag in a nutshell. And I'm going to stop talking, and even though it's a radio show, and I'm going to turn to my right, and I'm going to ask my guests to introduce themselves from my right to my left.
Good morning. My name is Candace. I am a relocation specialist and a very proud volunteer with CareBag.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jacques Chester. I'm the real estate broker of Caldwell Banker in Port St. Lucie, and I'm happy to be here.
And also a big supporter of CareBag.
And also a big supporter of CareBags. You're absolutely right.
Cliff, doesn't he have a good radio voice?
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, he has a good radio.
Recruit him to cut some of your
Commercials.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm thinking that as you speak.
I've seen the wheels turning.
I see the wheels are out of my head. Very good voice. So I've had Caldwell Banker on here before, and I wanted them back again for 2 reasons. The first time they came, they were so informative. And I am a homeowner a couple times, and the one thing I will tell you, the first time you buy a home, if you don't have the right people in your corner, it's going to be a very hard process. And the one thing I like people who are cool, calm, and collective. So let me let you know, when I have somebody that comes to me and their adrenaline is overflowing, I get scared. Some people have good adrenaline, and it's good. That's just them. But when your adrenaline and you are just overflowing and you're just too happy, I get cautious. I get cautious. I like somebody that is cool, calm, and collective. That means that when you talk to me, I'm not that wired. You understand what I'm saying? They're just wired. Let's get this house. No. Let's take our time. Let's take a deep breath. So is this a good housing market to buy now?
Personally, I believe any market is a good market to buy. It's interesting that you asked me that question because my family was in town this weekend, and it's the same exact question that my sister asked me. She lives over in Tampa. And in addition to that, had the same conversation with my grandfather this weekend as well.
Okay.
And I'll share with you the answer that I provided them. I truly believe that any market is a good market to purchase because when it's all said and done, to be perfectly honest, we as a consumer, we have no control over it.
That's true.
right? If we're not buying right now, right, hypothetically, if we're renting a property, if we're not buying right this second, we're still paying a mortgage. It's just someone else's mortgage.
That's true.
When you do decide to purchase a home, again, it's going to be based on the number of variables that will impact your credit score. Now, the thing I do not like what I see in the market today, and I'll be completely transparent.
We love that here.
It's the fact that we are in a very unique time. Where in the past it would be low interest rates and high price points, or low price points and high interest rates. In the market that we're in today, we're in a demanding market where it's high interest rates with high price points. And again, the reason I say I don't like it, because personally, I purchased a home recently in the same market. At the end of the day, I think when it's all about purchasing a home, you want to have the right professionals around you, a great real estate professional, also a mortgage lender, where they're able to talk to you about what that monthly payment would look like and what you are looking to expect when it comes to home expenses. At the end of the day, it will always just be a financially smart decision based on your personal scenario, not what's happening outside of your doors. Have a conversation with either yourself, your mortgage lender, you, your husband, whatever works best, whatever that dynamic looks like. And if it works financially for you, I think home ownership is a key for a lot of people.
I love that you said that. So, unfortunately, I do talk to a lot of people. It's looking at me. And a lot of people think, well, when I have a realtor, we're just done. You know, I have a realtor, they're going to get me my house, but they don't understand the aspects and the amount of people involved. But we learned that the last time from Candace. I can't remember the other gentleman's name, so I'm so sorry. Peter, he was so nice. And just walk us through it again, because those that listened last time, this may be a new audience, because we are in 96 countries, and one of the states that people love to move to more than any place else is where?
The state of Florida.
The state of Florida. And what is one of the most beautiful places other than Naples? I really love Naples. Is the Treasure Coast.
Absolutely.
We have some beautiful things here. So as people listen and as they're getting ready to come, I'm going to switch a little bit on the conversation. As someone is getting ready to say, okay, I want to come to Florida, this is where I want to live. As a realtor, what would you tell? Because you're about relocation. I keep hearing that. I am your relocation specialist.
That's me.
So someone coming here, what do you want to tell them to look out for? I'm going to give you guys the mic and just sit back and listen. So what do you want? I'm moving. I'm in Holland, because people in Holland text, they give me messages all the time. I'm very happy about that. And they're planning to come here. What do you want them to know about moving to Florida, what they need to look for, and what they should expect?
So each family has different goals. Whether you're moving on your own or with a family, you have different goals. So the key is to find out what their needs are. And in order to get to know them, find out their needs, and then guide them from there. Like you said, we have a whole team. We work with lenders, title agents. If you need your roof fixed, you need an inspection, appraisal, and the list goes on and on. So working with an agent such as myself, I bring that whole team to you, and you don't even have to worry, because I make the process as easy as possible.
Absolutely. And I'm going to speak to you from the role of as a real estate broker. Okay. Candace, she's a phenomenal agent in our office. And as a broker and a company, what we pride ourselves on is the systems and tools that we provide our agents to service you as a client. If you visit her website, you would see that she would have this feature on there called the Caldwell Banker Move Meter.
I actually went to the website, the nice brown tannish website. See, I said the color so you know I went there. It is beautifully done, whoever did that, and I love that.
Absolutely. So what the Caldwell Banker Move Meter is, it's a technology that allows you to pretty much navigate, but also input the information of where you currently live to where you're moving to, and it will compare those cities. And it's going to compare it when it comes to the taxes, the median level of income, education, school system, so on and so forth. So this will give you a pretty good picture of what it's going to look like to move from Holland to Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, or any of the surrounding areas. So be sure to log on to that website. It's called the Caldwell Banker Move Meter, and it's a pretty neat tool to use.
Oh, Caldwell Banker Move Meter. We're
Yes.
going to go ahead. Everyone knows that they can always see the show on WPSL TV. And for those of you who have nothing to do and would like to archive this and sit down and watch it all day, please go right ahead. But our information is going to be there because there's so many scams that happen.
Yes.
So many. I have so many people call me after just from rental. And it breaks my heart, and a lot of these are people working class individuals that it was their last, it was their last. Do you do rental also?
I do.
Okay.
So
speak
as a
up.
relocation specialist, I'm just here to help families, and rental is a part of what I do.
Oh, for the relocation,
For
while they're
relocation.
waiting for the house to.
Correct.
Okay.
And everyone again has different circumstances. Some are looking now because of either credit, finances, or some other circumstances, and so what have you. But yes, people think that, I don't need a realtor. I'll save the money. I don't want to pay the money, and they end up in an unfortunate situation.
Get a realtor. So can I just tell someone a little story before we go to why they need to get you? I had a teacher that right here at a local school here in Port St. Lucie, and long story short, we had to put her care bag. We got some donors together, and she was living in her car, and we had to put her in a hotel. You remember? We had to put her in her hotel for I think almost 6 to 8 weeks. Why? She went and saw a beautiful rental home, Jacques, right?
Yes.
Jacques, I finally said it right. Thank you, Jesus. We went ahead and she found a beautiful rental home, and she went there, looked at the home, and they said, okay, we'll clean it up. We have furniture in it. Would you like to keep it? She said, oh my goodness, thank you. She was actually from another state. The state of Florida hired her to come here from Michigan, and her family's coming down. She said, I get off school at 4:00. They called her a couple days later and they said, please come, the home is ready. She said, okay, when I get off, I will come. She got off and she sat there. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours passed, and then she finally hit her that there will not be a home. Called the police.
Unbelievable.
And found out this house was in foreclosure the next day. Don't know how they got in the house. They were scammers, have all the time in the world. And she got out of money because they said, okay, if you want this furniture, we'll pay, we'll sell it to you. So she gave them the money, first, last, security. She went through all of this on a teacher's salary with her husband living in Chicago, not working because he's looking after the kids. He's a stay-at-home dad, and this is what happened. She came here because the schools were safer, she said. From up north, I know what she's talking about. And so this was for them to come. And we had to put her in because a teacher found her living in the back of a school. And she didn't want to go into the gym because just in case a kid came while she was taking a shower, then it would spread. And she was just so gutted and so humiliated. And I said, I asked her, why didn't you get a realtor? First thing she said, I was just trying to save some money. She tried to save some money and lost everything. So when you said that it always comes up to my mind. This is somebody I met, I knew, we saw the story, I read the police report. This is what happened. It's so important. When I first came here, I did that. I went through a realtor. To just find out what we were doing. So I want you to think about it because I got to listen to all those people that give me money that I can have my good radio show. 5 of the main important things of why you need to have a realtor. Or 3. You want me to bend down to 3?
3 is fine.
3 is fine? Okay. We're going to do 3 because we have to listen to these messages because without Hawk at St. Lucie, Jewelry and Coins, and the Treasure Coast Lexus, and all our donors that sponsor us from 2 Men in a Truck Grocer. We are so happy for what you guys do. We honor you, and we're just humbled that the support that you give us, that we can be doing this for going on, 5 or 6 years? Yeah, it's around there. 5 or 6 years we've been doing it.
I lose track of time.
I lose track of time too, but we will be back after these important messages from these amazing sponsors. This is Roxy. Talk to you soon. Why call Two Men in a Truck of the Treasure Coast? You want to move your business without moving a single meeting? You want it handled with no fuss. Lots of stuff, no time to move it? You need the pros that care. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck of the Treasure Coast. Family owned and operated franchise. Call 772-236-0827. 772-236-0827. Movers who care. Visit Two Men in a Truck, treasurecoast.com. Thinking of building your next home or renovating? Come see us at Grozer Builders. We will create a home suited for your lifestyle. With years of experience means we give you a complete professional service from a dream to a concept. You will get the best results, best value, best quality is what you get from Grozer Builders. Visit us at grozerbuilders.com. You deserve better. You deserve Grozer. Create custom business signage that customers can't miss or resist. Let Design a Sign in Port St. Lucie help you get the job done right. Over 80 years combined experience. Get it right the first time. Call 772-337-4027 and tell them Roxy said to call. Remember, call 772-337-4020. Design a Sign in Port St. Lucie. All Roads Truck and Auto Repair. They get it right the first time. Call 772-266-3303. All Roads Truck and Auto Repair. All roads lead here. When you want it done right, call 772-266-3303. Tell them Roxy sent you.
Have you been wondering what your valuables are worth? Bring them to St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin, and their friendly staff will tell you, and they'll pay you top dollar. Hi, it's Evan 9 from the Morning Show, and I can personally tell you from experience that St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin is the place to go for all your jewelry needs.
Hi, this is Hawk Levy from St. Lucie Jewelry and Coins. I want to tell you all thank you for voting us #1 again. Best jewelry and coin dealer, best gold and silver buyer, and best jewelry store.
You know the demand has never been more for fine jewelry, signed jewelry pieces, coins, coin collections, paper money, Rolex, and all luxury watches, even designer purses. You ask why you should sell to St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin? It's real simple. They buy your jewelry as jewelry and not scrap. They resell everything on the international auction platform and in their local store. St. Lucie Jewelry does free confidential appraisals and house calls as well. St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin, located at US 1 and Walton Road in the Publix Plaza.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
The talk of the Treasure Coast, where Care Bag brings you Careology every Monday morning in the 10 o'clock hour. Let's go back to the show right now. Once again, your host, Roxy Brown.
Hello, and good morning again, and welcome. This is Roxy here on Careology every Monday at 10:05 a.m. on WPSL, and we are about the community. We bring you nonprofits, we bring you local businesses that support the community. So anyone that you're hearing on here, they're supporting the community, either myself or other nonprofits or doing others. It doesn't always have to be about CareBack. We have so many other nonprofits and so many good agencies that are making our community complete. And that's one of the reasons I started this show, because everyone was about self. And I wanted them to know it takes a village. If I don't have something, I can call someone at another agency and they're able to go ahead and support and equip that client with what they need if I can't do that. So that is why Careology was formed. And I'm very proud to know over the years we've done a very good job on just implementing so many good nonprofits and so many partnerships and collaborations together. And one of my collaborations that I have here is with Caldwell Banker. And I am going to let you guys tell our clients what are the things to look at, because a lot of people right now, okay, so before I go to the three main things people have to go, do you have a lot of people, Roxy, my credit is not good, my credit is not good. Do you have a system within your service that helps individuals with the credit?
Of course. So again, we work with the team, and working with us, a part of our team has lenders. The lenders will get you on a plan. If your credit is an issue, we'll get you on a plan. If your finances are an issue, we'll get you on a plan, and we'll make sure you can realize the dream of ownership if that's what your dream is.
I have some people that say, Roxy, I don't want to own a home because it's too expensive. And I'm like, yeah, with the fridge breaks, the freezer, but I said that's part of home ownership. That's part of taking care of what you have. The same way you take care of your car, you give it an oil change. You don't drive it on empty. You don't put water in there you're not even going to get to point A. It won't start, and I think a lot of people make excuses. They want it, but they make the excuses. You have to put in the hard work. You got to put in that hustle. And for those that want it and have it, it is a commitment. It is. Trust me. You got to paint. You got to clean. You got to sweep. No one's doing it for you. Is it? No one's doing it for you. So someone wants to. A lot of people are renting right now because they're going through that process. What are things because that's the biggest scam right now is the rental. And a lot of people don't know that. What are things people really need to look out for?
Get a great real estate professional. You need a real estate professional because, like you said, there's so many scams. People are putting stuff on the market that's not. I went out with a family this past weekend, and one of the properties that we went to, the owner was there, which is great. But what the owner told us is she had somebody renting that place for 2 years, and that person was like Airbnb-ing it out. So what people are doing is they're getting properties, renting it from someone, and then they're running scams off of that. So as a real estate professional, we do our due diligence, and we make sure we check everything out so this doesn't happen.
This is a new one for me now, hearing this.
Oh, no worries. Again, to echo what many of you guys are saying and what many of the listeners probably experience when it comes to the industry, any industry where there's a large money or opportunity to, take advantage of the public, there is fraud that would take place. So my very first piece of information would say, get a real estate professional. Sit down with them, have a consultation. In most of the case, this does not cost anything. And that's just where you want to start. When it comes to real estate professionals, the bloodline of our industry is to help. That's what we absolutely love to do. We are part of the community. Many of us are walkable. We live in the communities in which we serve, and we'll be happy because we love to brag about the city in which we live in. And so reaching out to us, more than likely, you will get a very long conversation. If you're like, hey, Jacques, I'm thinking about moving to Fort Pierce.
And there you go.
I promise you.
You better clear your schedule.
Clear your schedule. Because this is what we do. This is our profession. And so I don't think there's ever a situation that it will be wrong in not having that conversation with the real estate professional, because again, we have the systems, the tools, and also the relationships. We recognize the red flags because we are in the industry day in and day out. And if we see something that don't make sense to us, we will also protect you throughout that process to let you know, hey, there's something about this file that's not sitting right. And so again, having that professional in your corner, I will tell you, is one of the most important things that you can do when starting out your journey, either as a renter or a homeowner, investor, so on and so forth. Have a conversation with a realtor.
I like that. Because everybody knows from day one I started this, I stay in my corner. If I don't know it, I just don't know it. And I bring the professionals in. So is there something, Jacques, because I'm going to come to you, is there something that you want to tell our listeners that they need to know, either about renting, about home ownership? This is your time. The mic is yours.
Thank you. One of the most important things to understand about home ownership, and again, to be completely, transparent with the situation, home ownership is not for everyone. I know when it comes to the world that we live in, we have access to technology, social medias, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, but I've seen in certain situations where I thought renting would be more valuable to that particular person. Again, and just take my personal situation. I relocated back to Fort Pierce. I am a father of 3 children.
What ages?
My son, he's 6. And my daughters are 14 and 15.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm just gonna just bow my head in prayer for you 1 second, okay?
Thank you.
Because my grandbaby's 5 and I'm already getting sass.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
The kids, they are of a different breed
Yes,
nowadays.
a blessing, but a different breed, definitely.
Absolutely. And so, therefore, during that relocation, there are a number of things that I felt that was important to have in place, and that's stability.
Yes.
So, again, although I personally felt that I wanted to wait for an ideal market, whichever that market is, whether it's low price points or low interest rates. Although personally that was my gut feeling, the right thing to do for my family is to find a place immediately to purchase. So therefore we can have that stable environment where then they can focus on school, tutoring. They have a network of friends. They are within a community. Because when it's all said and done, if we're trying to figure this out, we can look up in 3 or 4 years would have passed us by.
Procrastination.
And
Yes.
next thing you know, we've raised our kids in an unstable environment for 4 years.
Yeah.
And so
The damage is done.
the damage is
damage is
absolutely
done,
done.
yes.
And so, again, this is one of the conversations. This is one of the hats the real estate professionals wear. One of those as a therapist, we will be able to help you. We seek to understand your scenario and your situation. And to be perfectly honest, I will always encourage you to go in the direction that I feel is best for your
best for you.
situation. When you're talking to a realtor or a real estate professional, yes, we love it when you buy a home. That's something that makes us proud.
That's what you're in it for.
Yeah, we see someone opening a new door
Door.
and a new chapter to their lives, but I would never put you in that position if it's not going to be the best position for you. I would tell you, and other agents will tell you, hey, I think it's better to wait, in certain situations. And so for you as a buyer or consumer, that is another red flag. Because in our industry, although many of us are here to help, there are some people are very pushy, as you
Yes.
stated
Yeah.
earlier.
To me, that's my red flag. Yeah.
That's, and that's not a knock to anyone.
Yes.
But I would always say there are flaws in every
On
industry.
every.
So therefore, sometimes just rely back on that gut
That
feeling,
gut feeling.
that
Oh,
intuition that
yes.
God has provided us. That has saved us from many.
Listen, let's not have church now because that has saved my skin from a whole lot. And I think that's where home. Some people are just so gung ho to get that $1 million home, and you could only afford the 200,000. I just stopped at 200,000. I don't know if there's a home for 200,000 anymore, but they want the $1 million home with a $200,000 bank account. And what do you tell someone like that?
Well, again, I think what we are facing especially the young generation, I feel so bad for them. They have this pressure to
Yes.
be rich, famous, and successful
Yeah.
simply because this is what they see
On the
day in and day out on the social media.
you mean the social media, the entertainment, because
Yes.
I don't think people realize social media is for entertainment purposes only. You can't keep looking at the Joneses.
Absolutely. And that's one of the most important things. So although that is nice, having that conversation with a real estate professional will show you a pathway on how to get the $1 million home. And more than likely, it will start with purchasing your first $200,000 home. You purchase your first $200,000 home. You live in there for a number of years. That mortgage is being paid off. The market interest rates may have changed. You might have a little bit of equity. This gives you an opportunity 3 years later to pull equity out to invest into another property, or you could be buying another home. Just say you bought that first home as a single male, right? And throughout this journey, you find your girlfriend,
true love.
your fiance, your true
And you
love,
get engaged.
and you get engaged. Now you
Yeah.
have a 2-income household.
That's right.
Right?
Planning a wedding for December.
You're outgrowing
Yeah.
that house. And the best part about real estate that I absolutely love is because, again, when that happens and that chapter change and you outgrow the house, you don't necessarily even have to sell that home.
Yeah.
You can have that property as a rental property because that $200,000 mortgage, especially in today's rental market, you could collect rent that will cover that mortgage payment. Now you take that money from the down payment and now you invest into your next property, which becomes your primary residence, and the previous home becomes an investment property.
Yes.
And then that first 200,000 will lead you to a $400,000 home.
And so
That
on and so
400,000
on.
and leave so on and so on. And you hear about many of these stories. For example, that $200,000 could have been a duplex. They call it house hacking nowadays, where they would live in one side and use the
Rent out
tenant on the
the
next
other
side to help offset or leverage that mortgage. And that's the first property. Now, when they move out of that first property, they have two tenants living in one side of each side of the duplexes. And so there are many strategies. There are several strategies in real estate that will allow you to eventually roll into that $1 million home, but it does not happen overnight.
Overnight.
Like nothing happens overnight. And just take this back to the social media that we're seeing. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is finding those people who are successful in social media, who have reached that level that they consider made it. And I like to log onto their page and I like to scroll to their very first videos.
Yes. Do you know that's what I do when I have time? I go to the beginning.
Yes.
Because the beginning tells you can see the growth.
You can see the growth.
And now if you don't see any growth, now I know you're just blowing a lot of hot air. But also, Jacques, what I get concerned about is what you're posting, is it actually true?
Absolutely.
Because AI is devastating.
In today's world.
It is devastating. People can say all kind of things and you're living in your car.
Yes.
I remember it was 4 or 5 years ago, there was this young girl, it was in the news, and she posted a beautiful video. She's gorgeous, doing on her makeup, and she's having a great day. And before the end of the day, she committed suicide. So, and she was under 25 years old. And that woke me up. I was always awake, but that incident woke me up to really pay attention to what's going on. And I realized social media is, like you said, it is not only devastating to our young people, it is killing our young people. And they think that you can just get up and do something and you're going to make it. You're going to have that $1 million home, $5 million home. You're going to have that $500,000 car, and they're not realizing, what did that person take to get there?
Yes.
It's
absolutely.
hard work. You want a house, anything, it's hard work. So please, I did interrupt because it is a radio show and I'm Roxy, but go ahead.
No, you're fine,
Because this
Roxy.
is great
I'm really
information.
enjoying the
Thank you.
conversation.
I'm loving this so people could understand and they could know. And I want them to get someone local, because there are a lot of people that want to buy a home.
Yes.
And I know a lot of real estate agents, but the one thing I like, I've been to this office, I've met Manchester Insurance.
Yes.
We've become Josh. We become really good, really good. I like him. I
Josh
like
is
his
a phenomenal
spirit,
guy.
and I like him and his wife, and just from meeting him at your office, that's how it happened. And there's some really, really good people. But I noticed everyone was just, I sat there in the back and everyone was just calm. And I was like, I like this. Professional, calm and professional. Nobody tugging at anyone or
Yes.
just trying to outbeat anyone. It was a learning. I sat through the class. It was a learning experience. So, and I want people to get that. When you go and buy a home, it should be a learning experience, because not everyone knows everything. Some people want to refinance and they try to find somebody that, can you give me money on my home? I put you on the title. Come on.
No. Yes, do not do that.
Trust me, it's there. So please go ahead, sir.
So a lot of the things that you just mentioned is what we pride ourselves on. Now, I'm going to take a step back and zero in exactly who we are. My office is Caldwell Banker, Port St. Lucie. Caldwell Banker is a big brand. We are an international brand. But if you're looking for service, I pride myself on the culture and the agents that we have in the office. Without them, I can assure you there wouldn't be an us. So if you're looking for more information, we're the office located right off of Gatlin, 1973 Southwest Savage Boulevard in Port St. Lucie, Florida. I can assure you we have some of the best real estate professionals in the industry. And I feel very confident that you can pick up the phone and call any one of those agents and you will be given some of the best service, because that's who we are and that's what our brand stands for.
That's what I call confidence, people. You heard that? I am assured We have the best people, so there's no reason for
Well,
our
it's
show.
Caldwell.
That's right.
Port
There-
St. Lucie.
Port
Yes.
St. Lucie. And you have what I was telling someone was asking me, and I was telling them about your office. I said, if you want to go to the office, the big plane.
The
That's
NASA
my
spaceship.
point. The big spaceship.
Can't miss it.
Can't miss it. I said, when you see the big spaceship, look up to the right, and it's right there. So that's my key point, because some people ask me, I said, just go to the office and just check them out.
Yes, or you can call Candace directly. We'll be sure to leave her contact information. So if they're calling to the radio station, we'll be happy to provide that information. But again, I cannot express the emphasis. And again, let me take a step back. Thank you for allowing us to come onto the show.
Oh, anytime.
During your show entry, there's this gentleman here,
Cliff.
with the great voice.
With the great voice.
What great
And I'm
voice
trying
you
to think of
talking
it. What's
about?
the slogan? The science behind
the
caring?
science of caring.
The science of caring.
Caring.
Careology.
That made me
Careology.
smile.
That's the name
Yeah.
of the show.
That is beautiful. And to be perfectly honest, our journey together, donating with you, supporting everything that you're doing here is something that we are truly proud to be in that partnership.
Well, thank you.
The science of caring, that is a phenomenal slogan, and we want to say continue to push forward.
I'm trying. Trust me, from your lips to God. Listen, it ain't easy. I'm just going to, look, the Brooklyn in me is going to come out. It ain't easy.
Yeah, but the success rate
So-
has been moving straight ahead since day one.
So I'm just going to give you just a 2-second.
Yes.
The reason why I started Careology and the Science of Caring, as a nonprofit, I found it very hard to get partnerships and collaborations. Everyone thought as I entered the room, I'm not an introvert, but I walk in the room, you'll see me, and I don't have to say a word. That's just my personality. And a lot of them thought I was just sucking the wind out of them. Nobody saw them when I entered. And I didn't want people to feel like that, because my bylaws for CareBag, CareBag cannot sustain itself unless we have partnerships and collaborations. I specifically put that in my bylaws. I wrote it myself for CareBag. And people did not understand when I said, let's do something together. Oh, it's Care. No, I said together.
Yes.
Together. It's me just come along and be at my entail. Together. So when I did this radio show, I got in touch with almost 200 nonprofits. I'm going to ask you, how many do you think responded to me? My email. Just give me a number.
Less.
0.
Wow.
0. They were so afraid that coming on would be about me going at them or what you're not doing. And it took time for them to start coming on. It took time. My first show, we had New Horizons, mental health, because we were just in the middle of the pandemic, and mental health, it was so bad. And now they realize, oh, CareBag, because they're so accustomed of doing it by themselves. It is a community. What I do, you don't do. What you do, I don't do. And when we do this together, it makes a beautiful partnership, and people needed to really, really hear that and understand that. So that's how Careology came about, the community, because that's what it is. Either you're a business, you're learning. There's so many people that want to buy a home and are so afraid. They open the book, they look on TV, and it's real estate company. Who am I got to choose? Who do I got to choose? This is a platform. It's a talk radio. So they're not listening to music. And this is a place where people could find out, okay, they're in the community.
Yes.
This is a reputable, Craig and Carol are owners of this station, are reputable. They know what they're doing. So that means when they hear you, they know, okay, it's coming from a reputable place.
Yes.
And people need to know that. So that's how Careology came about. It was so hard to get. First of all, they said I was an outsider. I'm not from Fort Pierce. I'm not from Florida. Sweetheart, once you start paying tax, Florida state tax, Florida owns me now. I think I pay enough property tax for them to know this is where I live. And I came from Brooklyn, I came from England, and I love Port St. Lucie. I really love to be here. I love the school system my grandbaby's in. So I'm here. It doesn't matter what my birth certificate says. This is where I pay my taxes. And I found out to be insulting for someone to tell me that. I have 2 minutes left to roll it out. Thank you, Cliff. But that's how Careology came about. And I want people to understand who we have in the community. And when they know a good realtor to call Caldwell Banker, that's what makes it its best. So I can't even let y'all say anything because I have taken up I have 1 minute left. How many minutes I have, Cliff?
Well, about a minute and a half, minute 20 seconds.
Okay, is there anything that you wanted to say that you couldn't say? Because we took up your time that you want to let people know.
No, we're extremely ecstatic to be a part of. I encourage you guys, if you guys have not donated or been a part of Care Bags, as Caldwell Banker, we are thrilled and we're completely happy because we are part of the community just like you are.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. We do something completely different, but we're so proud of what you've been able to accomplish, and
thank
we'll
you.
always be a supporter of Care Bags. So if you're a listener out there, please continue to support. They are doing phenomenal things here in the state of Florida. And as a broker at Caldwell Banker, we are so proud of them.
Oh, thank you. My volunteer, Miss Candace.
I echo that. And if you need a great real estate professional, come see me. My thing is education, so I make sure all my clients and customers know what they're doing before they do it. So that's all I got. But thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. You hear the music, so you know it's time. My name is Roxy. I am your Careologist on Careology, and it has been a pleasure. And we will be back on Monday. And just stay safe. You guys know how I end the show. When you woke up this morning, what were you grateful for? I was grateful for that it wasn't raining and school had begun again another week. So just remember, what are you grateful for, and find your blessings, and have a beautiful and blessed day. God bless you. Stay safe.
You've been listening to Careology, the Science of Caring, presented by CareBag and hosted by Roxy Brown. Special thanks to